I can just see here that my edges on these ones haven't quite appeared correctly. Now when I'm moving this image across, you guys will see these green arrows appear at the bottom of my screen. That's telling me that the gap on either side of the middle image is even if I place this image right there. That's exactly what I want. So I'm going to let it go, and we can see that it's placed right there. Right, I'm just making this one a little bit bigger so it fills the frame a little more. All right, so I'm starting to get an idea of what my board is going to look like. All right, I've got this one more image to go. We can see that it's a bit small for its frame, which probably means if it's really, really small, you might need to find a better quality image. But this one will be all right. So what I'm going to do, double click again to get the size of my image, and I'm just going to drag it up, all right, to fill the space that I've got available. Right. So this board is giving me quite a comprehensive idea, feeling of what I want my retail space to look like. Okay, so that is a really easy way to create a board in InDesign. Now, I want to know what it looks like without all of these guidelines on it, okay, telling me what it is and what it should look like. What I'm going to do is if you hit W on your keyboard, it gives you a view or a preview of what your board is going to look like when it's saved as a PDF. So I'm going to hit W, and you can see all of those lines disappear. Now it's looking okay, but I think I need to change the placement of this text up here and maybe add a bit of color, okay, or just like a bit of a background. So I'm going to hit W again, and all my guidelines come back. So I want to move this text box, so I'm going to click and I'm going to drag down, probably a bit more in the middle. I'm going to hit W again to see what it looks like. Yep, I think that placement is much better. Now what I'm going to do is I want to add a fill to this rectangle. All right, so I'm going to come up to here, fill, all right, and I'm going to choose black for the time being, which is far too dark. But then I can come over here to my colors, all right, my color panel, and then I get different options. And we can see here that it's slowly becoming this lovely light gray color. All right, I may even want to make it a little bit bigger and just change the placement of my text. All right. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to move it back down. Sorry, guys. Once I'm happy with that, okay, I can see that I'm on black, but I've put it on 20%. I'm going to do the same to this box down here. So click on this text box, and I'm going to say black, and I'm going to type in here 20%, and it will automatically change that to black. This lighter grey to match the top. So we can see that this starts to ground your board a little bit more, okay? So if I hit W again, right, we can see that the board is nicely framed, okay? And everything is starting to come together. Now, I can play around with this more. I could move different images around, as I've shown you, but at the moment, I'm happy with this. So I have created my board. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how to save your board.